This is the car that will be built by the end of this video. You've probably never seen a Lego design like this before. I personally think the construction process is much more interesting than you might imagine. I hope you enjoy it. Well, the machine that is going to be built consists of 10 important parts. The first part is shock absorber. Okay. First I make a shape like this with the Technic pieces to connect the two sides. Then I want a piece that can act as the floor of the car. Since a lot of weight is put on this part, it needs to be made very strong. I make this piece again as the first one and connect them like this. Now we need a wheeled rod, which is not a special point to make. Now we come to the important part of the work, which makes the shock absorbers and the moving part of my work. We need 2 rubber bands. I know this is not a Lego piece, but there was no other solution that I could do this easily. I put the rubber bands between the wheel rod and a stationary part of the car, and now this part of the car works properly. This is a shock absorber. The next part is steering wheel. This is one of the easiest ways to make a steering wheel, and this method has been used in many Lego techniques. I'm trying to make a moving part for the wheels. Now we're going to the base part. I need to install the steering wheel part on this base. Now, I'm trying to move the steering wheel moving part to the back and on the roof of the car like many other examples. Now we're going to attach the previous part to the steering wheel. This part is also completed. Let's move on to the next section. The headlights. First of all, we need a part that should somehow complete the front of the car. Now I'm going to look at the headlights. This part has a lot of impact on tire, so I'm fixing it very meticulously. We'll use the front part to attach the lights to the car. Don't you think this part looks like a phone?
Doesn't this piece look like a telephone to you?
No.
Now I want to complete the front extension and attach it to the body. In this part, it is more important to be strong than anything, so I use technical parts. I need to attach it in a way that the front wheels do not hit anything when moving. And now we will attach the 2 parts together. To fill the space between the lights, I will make a shape like this and attach it to the main body according to the video. Now this part is finished. And perhaps the hardest part. The fenders. For the fenders I try to create a curved shape with Technic pieces and then add some details for the hood of the car. Making a fender is really hard when you don't want to use any ready-made parts. Almost all Technic Legos use a ready-made piece for the front fender. Naturally we need 2 fenders, so I make another one. Now we're going to attach them. To make them stronger and not to separate, I use 2 small pieces, as you can see, to secure them. This is also the not so interesting part of the fenders. And my favorite part, the hood. I tried to imitate the song of the march. Anyway, let's move on. The hood is finished. Let's go to the compartment. First of all, we're going to remove the steering wheel, although this one is decorative. Then I'll make the sandals. I tried to add the gear, which is what happened. Anyway, this is the gear. Now I'm going to make the windshield of the car. And then the top part of the car, the roof. Here I used an interesting technique so that I can also secure it from both sides. The front wheels turn from here. The roof of the car is also completed. D-O-O-R-S. Doors. I think the most creative part of this car is the doors, which you won't see in any other Lego set. I'm designing a part that I can use in the next steps and attaching it to both sides of the car. Now I'm taking the help of the same fender angle and making doors that are in the same direction as the fender and gradually getting narrower. This has had a great impact on the beauty of the car. The top view of the car is really attractive. The favorite part of many, the engine and the back. I'm making a very simple engine that just fills the space and gives the feel of a car engine. I'm using the piece we attached earlier and making it look like this. I'm using 2 pieces of technique to fill the extra space left. Now let's move on to making the back. I'm creating a design on it with a few pieces. I tried to keep it simple. Then I attached them to the main body like this. Now I need to fill the space at the back of the car in a way. Like this. And the last part of this car, the taillights. I want to design a simple straight line for the taillight of the car like the Bugatti. I am designing this piece in this way and I plan to use it to fill the space. I realized that it was impossible to attach it like this, so I removed the taillight and fixed it like this. I will add one last part because it was a special piece and it was better to attach it at the end. This is the same car I promised in the first video. I tried my best to make a video as good as yours. Making this video was much harder than I thought. You can also help me by supporting me to be more motivated. I hope you enjoyed it.